I was on a trip. I went to my cousin's first communion, and so this is why I couldn't really upload because I was like way out. I was like on the other end of the country. So that's one thing, and the second thing is that I didn't bring my laptop with me because why would I? I there was no reason for me to bring my laptop, so I didn't. And this is why I didn't record videos. But now, today we're talking about something that I've learned on that trip, and that is the importance of family, because we went out into the countryside, right? Like the cousin who had the first communion lived in the countryside, right? And like a lot of his relatives also lived in the countryside. We were like his only relatives that didn't live in like villages and stuff. We're the only ones who lived in a city. And this got me thinking, because when I had that ambition of what I want to look like and what I want to have and like what my ideal would be in a decade or two, and I saw that it's a guy who spends most of his time on his business, who doesn't have a family, who lives in a big city. And then that got me thinking as I watched Hamza's newer videos and watched how my countryside relatives act. I realized that I asked myself a question: would that hedonism, would that materialism, really make me happy? I mean, and thanks to this, I now have a new ideal to go for. That ideal is, a person who lives in the wild, who has a family, who who's in touch with nature, who goes out into nature, who doesn't earn as much as the other one, but who has way more time on sands. And I believe that there's a lesson to be learned here, and it's that like all of these people like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, they tell you to like reject modernism, like reject the left wing politics, like the liberals. They tell you to reject it, but they haven't rejected it. They they're still degenerate. They're still very much modern. And yeah, that's really all I had to say today. Sleep well, do better, subscribe, and see ya.